What if anesthesia doesn't stop pain? What if it only erases the memory of it? That question followed me for weeks before my surgery, and I wish I'd ignored it. I wish I'd trusted what everyone else trusts without thinking. Because once the idea took root, I couldn't let it go. I'm a chemist by trade. I spend my life breaking things down into mechanisms and pathways, asking what's really happening beneath the surface. And when I was scheduled for a routine hernia repair, curiosity got the better of me. At first, I was just trying to calm myself, reading about anesthesia, understanding the process, the usual pre-surgery nerves, nothing unusual. Then I learned about propofol. Most people know it as the stuff that knocks you out. Clean, fast, reliable. Doctors love it. Patients barely remember a thing. That last part is what caught my attention. Propofol doesn't just put you to sleep. It prevents memory formation altogether. Not suppresses it, not blurs it. It stops the brain from recording events in the first place. And once I understood that, a thought crept in that I couldn't shake. What if patients don't feel nothing during surgery? What if they feel everything and just never remember it? The idea disturbed me more than I expected. I kept picturing an operating table, bright lights, cold metal, a body aware but trapped, experiencing pain that would never make it into memory. An entire ordeal lived and erased, like it never happened. I tried to dismiss it as paranoia. Millions of surgeries happen every year. People wake up fine. Doctors swear by the science. But the more I read, the less comforting it became. Because here's the thing no one really explains. Unconsciousness and amnesia are not the same thing, and propofol relies heavily on the second. That's when curiosity crossed into obsession. I started wondering if there was a way to test it. Not ethically, not safely, but scientifically. If propofol truly rendered you unconscious, then memory wouldn't matter. Blocking its amnesiac effect wouldn't change anything. There would be nothing to remember. But if consciousness remained in any form, I would know. The idea scared me. But it also tempted me in a way only scientists will understand. Proof. Real proof. Not theory, not assumptions. I told myself the surgery was minor, painful, sure, but survivable. And if I remembered nothing, then that would be the end of it. I'd wake up, feel foolish, and move on with my life. And if I did remember something, well, that would mean everything. So I started working. I mapped propofol's interaction with GABA receptors, focusing on its role in memory suppression. I won't bore you with chemistry, but the goal was simple. Interfere with memory blocking without disrupting the rest. In theory, it was possible. In practice, it was reckless. I synthesized a compound designed to bind briefly, then clear fast, long enough to interrupt propofol's amnesiac window, short enough not to interfere with the surgery itself. Timing would be everything. I tested it on myself in controlled doses, tracking recall, monitoring gaps, logging everything. The results were promising, and that's what scared me most, because confidence makes you careless. By the time surgery day arrived, I'd convinced myself this was no more dangerous than the procedure itself. Maybe less. I stopped questioning the wisdom of it and focused only on execution. That was my second mistake. I arrived at the surgery center early in the morning. Everything felt normal, too normal. Forms, smiles, reassurances, the quiet efficiency of people who do this every day. The vial sat in my pocket, heavier than it had any right to be. Just before they wheeled me back, I drank it. No alarms went off, no sudden symptoms, no reason for anyone to suspect a thing. The anesthesiologist hooked up my IV and told me to count backward from 10. I remember thinking how ordinary it all felt. I don't remember reaching 5. And then I woke up. Not in the recovery room, not surrounded by nurses. I was still on a gurney, but the lighting was wrong, dimmer, harsher, and my body felt restrained. I tried to move. My wrists were strapped down, my ankles too. That's when panic set in. I struggled, but nothing budged. My heart started racing. My breathing turned shallow. I tried to call out, but my throat felt dry and tight, like it hadn't been used in hours. Then someone walked in. He didn't look like medical staff. No scrubs, no badge, just jeans and a t-shirt. He carried a tablet under his arm like this was an office meeting. He smiled when he saw I was awake. "Mr. Jones," he said casually, "good news. Your surgery was a success." I demanded to know what was going on, why I was restrained, why I wasn't in recovery. He raised a hand, calm as could be. "Please relax. You don't want to damage your incision." That word, incision, made my stomach drop. "I'm a technician," he continued. "Our company has acquired biometric data rights from this facility." I didn't understand what that meant. And judging by the way he spoke, I wasn't meant to. I struggled again, harder this time. "Mr. Jones," he sighed, "this will go much smoother if you stay still. You won't remember any of this anyway." That's when I knew the compound had worked. Something moved beside me, a mechanical arm unfolded from the wall, humming softly as it positioned itself over my body. Lights flickered, sensors activated. "Let's start with ocular mapping," the man said, tapping his tablet. The machine moved closer to my face. I tried to turn away, but something locked my head in place. Small mechanical grips slid out and forced my eyes open. I screamed. The lights flashed in rapid patterns, whirring, beeping. My vision flooded with afterimages. "Now a vitreous sample," he said. I didn't know what that was until a needle descended toward my eye. I begged. I thrashed. It didn't matter. The pain was sharp and blinding, unlike anything I've ever felt. My body convulsed against the restraints as the needle withdrew. He barely reacted. Gastrointestinal data next. Something cold and metallic forced its way into my mouth, down my throat. I gagged, choked, felt my chest burn as it went deeper than anything ever should. When it finally pulled out, I was sobbing. "We got blood during that," he said. "Efficient." Then came the drill. I heard it before I felt it. A high-pitched whine that vibrated through the room. Then pressure. Then agony exploding through my leg. I don't remember screaming, but I must have. "Almost done," he said. "Just one more." I won't describe that part. Some things don't need words. When it was over, he stepped back and nodded, satisfied. "Time to sleep," he said. "When you wake up, this will all be gone." I forced myself to speak before the darkness took me. "Why?" I asked. "What's this for?" He smiled again. "With enough data," he said, "we can show you ads you'll really love." I woke up in the recovery room. Nurses smiled. Doctors checked charts. Everything was normal. My restraints were gone. No sign of the machine, no sign of him. They asked how I felt. I said fine. Because what else could I say? If you're seeing ads that feel a little too personal lately, I hope they were worth it.